Welcome, everyone. So, we are coming together today to practice meditation. That is to turn the mind around. Most of the time, we looking outside to different people, to different relationships, to some desire that we have, something that we're looking for, something that we're chasing after. Or we kind of move outside because we're trying to escape, we're trying to avoid something that we feel inside. Constantly in this never-ending hamster wheel of our expectation, our desire, our fear, our inability to endure, to be with what is happening right now. So meditation isn't more complicated than that. Meditation is a matter of being with what's happening right now. That's the practice. When we practice meditation, we are sure, just like in our normal, ordinary, everyday life, we are sure to encounter difficulty. We are sure to encounter a feeling of unsatisfactoriness, things not being the way that we want them to be, thoughts coming up that we don't want. We also are sure to feel and hope that we feel a sense of peace, a sense of safety, a sense of warmth that is always accessible to us, but we rarely act in a way and look in a way to find and establish ourselves in that peace, in that balance. So be ready to encounter difficulty. Be ready to encounter, to come across peace, pain, pleasure, all kinds of things. Just like in our lives, we encounter, we come across so many different things. Feelings, thoughts, emotions, perspectives, sensations in the body, everything we come across. In meditation, we also come across these things, but we face them fully. We look directly at them. We sit with them. We practice to be with what is happening right now. And that right now is constantly unfolding, constantly developing. This present moment, this lived experience that we're having right now. It's always changing. It's very dynamic. It's very curious. It's a curious thing to have a body, to have a mind, to have thoughts, to have pleasant and unpleasant sensations. So when we are in a place, when the conditions come together where we have the opportunity to practice meditation, we take advantage of it. We take an interest in what's happening. We take a really sincere curiosity, a willingness to explore, a willingness to investigate. What is the nature of this moment, this experience, this body, this mind? This body and this mind are not vague ideas, right? It's not general, it's not vague, it's not loose. You have a body. You have a mind. And this body and mind only exist in the present moment. And there is a present moment. So we are coming together to practice meditation. This is the purpose of what we're doing. Whether you are a beginner or an expert, great, wonderful. The process is the same. The practice is the same. So find a comfortable, stable position for your body. In the same way that if we have a cup, such as this cup right here, let's say we have a cup and it has something that we like inside, something that's important to us inside, nice coffee or tea or whatever it might be. We can't carry the cup with us all the time because that will be burdensome. Whatever is inside the cup will become an annoyance, even if we like it, even if it's important to us. So when we start to practice meditation, the first thing we need to do is put the cup down, and in this case, put the body down. When you put a cup down, when you put the body down, it doesn't need to be on a golden bowl high above the stars. You don't need to sit in a yoga meditation position. You can, it's very helpful, but you don't need to sit that way. You simply need to find a stable, comfortable position in which to put the body down, to put the cup down. So a flat surface is helpful. A couch is helpful. Laying in your bed is helpful. Sitting upright in an office chair or a desk chair is also helpful. But simply find a route, find a way at this moment to put the body down, to put the cup down. As you find that comfortable, stable position for meditation, you can take your hands and put them on your knees, or you can fold them together in your lap. Close your eyes if it's comfortable for you to do so. Don't think about meditation as doing anything. In that way, you can't fail. Rather, start to notice, having put the body down, having put your hands in your lap, having closed your eyes, start to notice what is happening right now. Start to become more aware of what's happening right now. Perhaps you hear something. Perhaps you have a thought about something. Perhaps you feel the breath. Start to take an interest. Be curious about and be willing to be with what's happening at this moment. Even if you feel pain or you feel unpleasant or you feel uncomfortable, that's life. The body and mind are uncomfortable often. The body and mind encounter difficulty often, for sure. So it's okay at this moment to be with the breath, the body, the mind, to be with a sense of uncomfortableness. That is totally okay. Simply be with that sincerely this moment. And to be with that sincerely at this moment is simply a matter of continuously prioritizing noticing rather than doing. Noticing what it's like right now to have a body. it's easy to notice the feeling of the breath in the body. Maybe you feel the breath in the stomach or in the lungs, but you can feel the breath flowing in and flowing out. So notice that. Look closely at the body. Don't be shy to experiment with your breathing. Don't be shy to breathe deeply, to let the breath be however it is. But just sitting, just breathing, just being aware at this moment. And whatever you notice, whatever you are aware of, try to be aware of it without becoming stuck by it or entangled by it. So maybe there's a feeling of, your breath is tight, or your body feels uncomfortable, or you feel you don't really know what you're doing. Notice that. Accept that. Don't try to fix it or change it or add anything onto it. And let it go. Put it down. That is just sitting, just breathing, just being aware as your activity, as your practice. Specifically, you can really give a lot of attention and care and curiosity to the breath. To the feeling in the body of the breath as it flows in and flows out continuously. Just breathing, just being aware at this moment. Letting the body come to a rest. Letting the mind come to a rest. Be with this, just sitting, the body just sitting here. Be with the mind taking up the full responsibility of just breathing. It's the only job that the mind needs to do, to focus on. Just breathing, being with the breath. And allow this natural state of awareness, of presence, this natural quality of our mind to be aware of what's happening, to grow, to spread out. Allow the whole body to fill up with this gentle, friendly presence, awareness. Simply through the practice of just breathing, just being aware. Don't worry about background static. Don't worry about a feeling of not being satisfied. Just take this chance to sit, to breathe, face this moment, face this body, face this mind. Whatever we notice and whatever we become aware of is simply a reminder to be aware. It's not a reminder to stop being aware or to start reacting, judging, thinking. It's an invitation to feel more deeply and fully this moment. To accept all. Even if we feel a sense of peace and calm, put that down. Accept all. Be with all. Be uninvolved with all. That is just sitting, just breathing, just being here, just being aware. Try to acknowledge that this present moment is the heart, the womb of reality. This present moment is exactly the place of birth and death. This present moment is the home of all joy and all suffering. So to face this present moment without adding to it, without trying to change it, without conceptualizing it, that is to face the truth of all existence and all non-existence. That is to face the truth of just sitting. That is to face the truth of just this. Reality is not built on words and phrases. Your body, your brain, your mind is not relying on words and phrases. The truth is not according to words and phrases. It's just a story. It's just a belief. It's just an idea. So rather than relying on words and phrases, rather than relying on a story about the past, the future, you and others, rely on, be with, At any time, if we become overwhelmed or stuck in the mud of our meditation, don't give up. Restart, refresh, return to the breath, return to the body, return to just sitting. Continue. Continue just breathing, just being aware. To meditate deeply, to meditate fully, is not simply to be aware of the present moment, but rather to know that in being aware of this present moment, you have to give up everything. You have to give up yourself. You have to give up others. You have to give away. You have to detach from anything and everything. As those sensations arise, as those experiences come into your mind, you accept them, you are aware of them, and you detach from them, knowing that right now you are just sitting, just breathing, just being aware. And that is exactly what you are doing. That is exactly what is happening right now. Just breathing, just being aware. If you happen to feel a certain degree of pain or uncomfortableness, whether it's mental or physical, it's okay to adjust your position mentally or physically. But before that, before relying on adjusting or movement, try to rely on accepting what you're feeling and facing, looking at more closely whatever you happen to be feeling at this moment. Take some time with a feeling of friendliness, gentleness, sincerity to be with that painful or uncomfortable feeling just for a moment. You can even say to that uncomfortable physical or mental feeling, I see you. I accept you. I care about you. May you find peace. May you be free. Just breathing and giving our friendly, sincere attention to whatever uncomfortable, harsh, or rough, or difficult feeling that we might be having. Breathe and be with that feeling. If it becomes too difficult, if it becomes too painful, it's okay to change your position. It's okay to adjust the way that you're breathing. But it's also okay to be in pain. It's also okay to be angry or to be afraid, to be confused. With our shoulders back, our chest open, our spine straight, sitting upright, sitting with an open heart, we can be with and embrace whatever difficulties we encounter. In this way, fear does not scare us. Confusion does not confuse us. Difficulty is not difficult. It's something to accept, something to be with at this moment. Just sitting, just breathing. So at this time, we can open our eyes if they're closed. We can slowly start to stretch and move our body. We can massage our face, our head, really gently, coming back into this normal state, this ordinary mind, with a sense of gentleness, softness, and warmth. And any of those areas where we felt tightness or numbness or tension or pain, we can massage those areas of our body. We can roll our head and our neck to the right, all the way back to the left, and then back the other way from the left, back to the right, going down, making a full circle. Whenever we have our meditation practice, maybe it's for 5 minutes, maybe it's for 2 minutes. We practice it and then we can stretch. We can keep this sense of gentleness and sincerity and presence, attention to our body and attention to the state of our mind. We can keep that with us as we move forward out of the meditation. So at this time, we'll have a few moments for question and answer. So if anyone has a question that they would like to ask, this is your invitation, your opportunity to do so. You can also share about your experience if you like. All right? Any questions or sharing experience? So we have a lot of silence here on the Discord, so that's good. Very impressed with all of your silence. We have some questions on, I also shared this through Reddit, so some people were watching through Reddit. And one of the questions was how to release past trauma. I would say that We need to face it. We need to be with it. We need to accept it. We need to be okay. Yeah, there's trauma. Having a body, having a mind, being a human being, yeah, there's going to be trauma. So learning to face and be okay with and take care of that trauma is important. And one of the big ways that we can set ourselves up to face difficulty, to face that, really difficult stuff from the past or difficult stuff in the present as well, is to cultivate, to build on, to establish, to reiterate a sense of friendliness towards yourself, towards your body, towards your mind right now. A lot of people have a surface level friendliness towards themselves. Well, yeah, I like to eat ice cream. I'm friendly. I give ice cream to myself. I give, a hot shower to myself, or I go and get a massage or something, right? But to really look deeply in a introspective way into our heart, into our body, into our breath, into our mind at this moment, with a sense of friendliness, with a sense of well-wishing, really puts us in a position to endure, to be with, to face all kinds of difficulties, because we know that even though there is this great suffering, this great fear, anxiety, panic, there's also this wonderful sense of friendliness that's there. It meets it. It faces it. I'm having a total psychotic breakdown, but I'm friendly. I'm friendly to that feeling. It meets it. It faces it. And so we have more of an ability to be with that meltdown, that trauma, that excitement, that difficulty in a way that helps us to heal, in a way that helps us to reduce our reactivity towards it. So loving kindness practice, loving kindness meditation, simply repeating the phrase in your mind, may I be happy, and saying it clearly and sincerely, regularly, putting that intention into your heart, your body and mind, that can really help you face and be with those traumas and sufferings when they come up. But it's a process. It's a way of taking care. It's like saying, how do I get rid of old age, sickness, and death? You don't. You don't get rid of that. It's going to get rid of you. Maybe there's a sense of relief in that as well. We don't need to take ourselves so seriously. We don't need to take our body or our mind so seriously, because it's something that's impermanent. It's something that's around for a short time, and it is precious to us, but it's just around for a little bit. So we need to be friendly and kind and understanding towards it, towards the body and mind right now. We need to give our attention to our body and mind. We need to give our attention to our heart, to our breath, to our mind. And it might be upset, right? The mind might be upset, and it might be difficult, and it might be stressful. And the fact is that it's okay for the mind to be stressful. It's okay for the mind to be upset. It's not really a problem. We just need to be with it with this sense of friendliness, this wise friendliness, understanding that it's impermanent, it's changing, and that it's not me, it's not mine. It's just something you need to be kind to and gentle with and friendly with. Another person who was watching on Reddit was asking, do I have a YouTube channel? And yes, this is This is being shared on YouTube. And if you want to follow, if you want to join our community, we have a meditation community, a practice community through Discord. And we also record and share the live streams of that through YouTube. And if you search for Monk Life or Welcome to Monk Life, you'll find the channel on YouTube. Okay? So you can try that out if you want. Okay, you ask your question. No, go ahead. Yeah, you face it. You stop trying to get rid of it. When we try to get rid of something, it's just like a conflict, right? It's just like if someone wants to beat us up. It's just like if someone wants to fight us or doesn't like us, right? How do we deal with, how do we resolve, how do we reduce that tension, that anxiety between ourselves and that person? Is it by going and punching them in the face or trying to kill them, to take them out of existence, to get rid of them? No. It's to let go of our sense of self, our sense of reactivity, and to face, to be with that phantom, that memory, that story, that experience. Not to be in conflict with it, but to practice detachment with it, to practice letting go through being with. We can't let go of something unless we're able to be with it. You can't let go of the Atlantic Ocean unless you're holding it in your hands, gently and softly. And we can think about these particularly traumatic, intense experiences or difficulties that we've had in our past, right? We've all had these things, and it's okay, as not just the Atlantic Ocean, but like a big spiky metal ball, really sharp spikes on it. That's how it is for a lot of us, right? We've got these deep traumas and difficulties and sufferings. And so to let go of that, we need to hold it so softly and so gently. Otherwise, we're going to hurt ourselves. And then as we are holding it so softly and so gently, we're able to, put it in a place to let go of it. And to let go of it in a place that's not going to continue to harm us or to harm other people, but just to release it, to put it down softly. If you try to pick it up and throw it away, what's going to happen? You're going to hurt your hands, right? And at the forefront of all this is that it's okay to have a suffering. It's okay to go through what you're going through, past memory, a past difficulty. It's okay. We just need to accept it and not try to change it or to fix it in any kind of rough way or forceful way, but to accept it and to recognize that this is impermanent and it will go away in the same way that it came up. It will go away. Yeah, substance abuse is just trying to avoid or to try to run away from what you're experiencing, what you're going through. That's all that it is, right? 100%. So put down, detach from substance abuse. Detach from, put down your idea of yourself that's been doing, substance abuse, what have you. Put that down, let go of that. And moving forward, don't pick it up so much anymore. And recognize that it doesn't work. We have a natural inclination to be skillful, right? We have a natural inclination to be wise. If we eat something and it makes us sick, we know, oh, we shouldn't eat that again. We shouldn't continue eating that kind of thing. In the same way, when we do these unskillful behaviors to cope with or to try to resolve our past issues and they don't work, there's a sense of insight there, a sense of wisdom there, and we just rely on that. We bring that back up when we feel the urge, the desire to do that unskillful activity again. You need to be patient. You need to really give up this idea of you becoming the you that has gotten what you want. That's never going to happen. You're never going to get rid of what you want to get rid of and get what you want to get. That is never going to happen. So you really need to put down that idea and to practice mindfulness, to be aware of what's happening in the present moment, and detachment. That is to put down these expectations, these ideas of becoming. And before all that, or along with all that, instead of focusing on a psychological narrative that's going to fix or to solve the problem that you're dealing with, you just need to do good deeds. You need to do acts of generosity. You need to do things to benefit other people. You need to help and stop focusing on yourself so much. You don't matter. You are not important. Your ideas about yourself are not so important and not so serious. What's important is to do good deeds, to practice mindfulness, to practice detachment, to practice kindness, to practice patience, to practice gentleness. We get into all these big problems because we take ourselves so seriously. It's not so serious. It's sincere. And that is to act, not to worry about the effects, not to worry about what you're going to get from doing it. It's just to do, it's just to take care. And when you notice when you're holding on to something too tightly, you're wrapped up in something too strongly, you need to take a step back. You need to relax. You need to let go. You need to put down whatever you're holding on to. And then you start again, not out of a place of seriousness, of I'm going to solve the world energy crisis, of I'm going to fix other people, but you start from a place of sincerity. Wow, I really want to take care of myself. I really want to take care of other people. I really want to be kind, to be patient, to be forgiving, to be gentle. And it's that intention that supports you to just act, to just do. The effects aren't important. It's just to continuously do good deeds, to continuously practice mindfulness and detachment, to continuously be generous, not so self-centered, self-focused. Thank you, Mihir. Appreciate you. Okay, so we're at the 1 hour mark, and it's nice to keep these to be about hour sessions so people can feel that it's digestible. I want to wish everyone here on the Discord, especially Anna and Morgan, for you to be happy and peaceful, for you to be gentle and free of sufferings, and as well as everyone else who doesn't have their camera on. I wish the same for you as well. And we'll just finish with a short Buddhist chanting. This will be a chanting of the Metta Sutta. So this is a kind of a text in the original Buddhist language that has the meaning of bringing up loving kindness, bringing up well wishes for ourself and for all beings. So give me just a moment to pull this up here. Okay. So we'll finish up with this chanting. All right. Avero Omi Avyapajo Omi Anigo Omi Sukhiyatanam Pariharami Sabbe Sata Averahontu Avyapaja Hontu Aniga Hontu Sukhiyatanam Pariharantu Sukhita Hota Dukkha Muccata Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Thank you all for joining. May you all be well, happy, and peaceful. Hope to see you again soon. Take care.